Good afternoon, everyone there in their own homes, as well as in the cafe, net shops, and everywhere else watching this International 2018 Southeast Asian Regional Finals. We welcome you here against a matchup between Predator and Tigers, both TNC franchises. I am your caster and host and analyst, Sensei, and this is Ncgc Esports. Now, what just happened? What just happened in Game 1? Tigers just upset the Predators for a first game win in the 40-minute mark, if I'm not mistaken. 41-minute mark, the Tigers just decimated Predator of their first win. And we just saw how TNC Tigers, fresh from their 3-game previous matches between Entity Gaming, they were able to bring down the house and bring home the bacon to their own turf as they continued with their blitz action, early game and mid-game attacks and hunts. Their own brand of recipe for winning, they just applied with the Predator, and they just won over the Predator at that. And now it's the second game of this best-of-3 matches, and we are going to see if the TNC Tigers will still continue with their style, and with the Predator, even though expecting that one, was not able to counter that with practically bad choice of heroes, too much of a late game setup, and they were just run over by TNC Tigers. And if Predator would be able to adjust to that, and they would be able to counter this time around, or if the TNC Tigers will have another ace up their sleeve with their tactics and attacks, and if the Predator will also be risking the second game of this match. Again, for those of you who have just tuned in, these two teams are vying for the second slot in the top 2 positions, or the 2 slots for the Southeast Asian Regional Finals in the top 16 for the TI 2018. Now, whoever wins this will be alongside Fnatic, the first slot being taken by that team a while ago, or yesterday, as they battled TNC Predator. And now TNC Predator has yet to redeem themselves, and they are reeling from a backlash of that loss, and now they are continuing on their losing streak with the TNC Tigers fresh from battle a while ago. So right now, TNC Tigers here have Lycan and Clockwork, and for Predator we have Naga Siren and Underlord. And right now, for those of you who just want to be much of a prophesizer or a savant, predict who would be the first blood as soon as the 5 heroes here have been chosen out by both teams. Comment on the comment section who would you want to win. Also, how much time would be happening, or how much time would be the game before it ends, and who would be the first hit. Or practically just predict anything you would want to predict here, and just check if you are much of a bet lord, as what I'm trying to do right now. Or if you're listening to my predictions, you can just use that as your own prediction, but then I will not be supporting that if you lose. Anyway, so again, shout out to all the Ncgc fans out there, also all the Ncgc players playing in the branches scattered all over Mindanao. This is Net Central, Game Central, a computer cafe shop, a network that is proudly Mindanao and proudly Davao based, and we are here to serve you as we bring to you live the Ncgc Esports coverage of this International 2018 Dota 2 competition. Again, I am Sensei, your caster and analyst for this match. So anyway, we have the third pick here for Jakiro, but not without banning of heroes by the Tigers, such as Night Stalker. We have Mirana, Omni Knight, Enigma, as well as Phantom Lancer. And also for the Predator, we have Chen, Ayo, Warlock, Magnus, and Lina for the ban. Now, Shadow Shaman is in the house for the Tigers. Another setup for that. They fielded in Lycan as practically the hitter, and we have Clockwork for the initiator. Also, Shaman for the secondary disabler during clashes. Hopefully he doesn't get ganked out right away. As for Predator, logistics and movement is their mode of operation this time, with Underlord providing that logistics support Jakiro for the firepower, and Naga Siren for that initiating and or damage output. And we have Life Stealer for the bashing of heads later in the clash. We'll see much more of Life Stealer maybe in the middle to the late game. So we are still about to determine if TNC Tigers will still be repeating their tactics, overall tactics of hitting hard, hitting fast, and hitting good, and catching the enemy off guard. As for TNC Predator, we are seeing not much of a total late game. Oh, here we have Razor here, and Razor for the Tigers, and we're seeing a middle game, predominantly middle game setup here. TNC Tigers hoping to have still a run for their money on a 2-0 matchup between TNC Tigers, and so they would be going for the win here, and practically the second slot for Southeast Asia. So we'll just have to wait. So again, for those of you who just tuned in, you could catch us at our Twitch TV channel. It's twitch.tv/NCGC Esports. And for those of you who want to go to our FB page, it is fb.com/NCGC Esports, or you could just type NCGC Esports on the search bar and just click on it, the main one, not the other branches, the main one. Click like, click share, and follow. You have to make sure to click that follow button, and you will have full access during our live sessions. You'll be notified in your FB, so make sure you don't forget that follow button, okay? So on the fifth man here, we have Death Prophet again for TNC Tigers, and Predator has not been keen on actually blocking out Death Prophet, while in reality during clashes, Death Prophet has been the bane of them all. So Bloodseeker is a counter for Predator. We're seeing a mix of heroes here. K for Lycan, Zephyr for Clockwork, 1437 for Shadow Shaman, 458 for Razor, and In Your Dream for Death Prophet. As for the Predator team, it's Stins for Nega Siren, Sam H for Underlord, Cuckoo for Jakiro, Raven as Life Stealer, and Armel as Bloodseeker. Now, for all you Betlords out there, make sure to comment who would be the first blood, who would win this second match, and about what time would this game end, this second game. Again, will this be the end of Predator, or will there be a comeback, Pinoy pride at that, and going to game 3 and eventually practically hoping to win and get the second slot for the Southeast Asian Regional Finals. So in 3, 2, 1, we are in the game. So here we are.
Prepare for battle.
So the Tigers here are... Okay, so the Tigers just having... Again, the 1-1-3 combination is a mainstay for their recipe right now. It's been doing wonders for them. 1-1-3 down the bottom lane, and it's been the same. They're just swapping down heroes here and there for whatever hero has been banned against them by the opponent. So we will be seeing if the Predator team has been able to adapt and adjust and counter plan what TNC Tigers has would have in store for them. So again, while there's still not much happening right now, it's the perfect time to shout out. Just comment on the comment section. Shout out, say hi, hello, give us your comments, and give us suggestions how we could be able to provide you a much better experience in the live coverage as we go about in our live streaming here in NCGC Esports. Again, as long as I'll be the one to cast, I'll be casting in English, and I hope I'm able to give as much coverage, much detailed coverage as you would have in other forms as well. So again, like, share, support our page by following and of course sharing. Tag all your friends. And we just have that Rune Wars, and they just got the runes. No kills yet, no attacks, and no harassments happening right now. So it's quite a safe and rather boring Rune Wars here. There wasn't really much of happening there. So anyway, We'll just be observing what's gonna happen now. So, okay, so Zephyr just mashing power cogs there and just trapping his comrade. So there's the first hit. There's the first shot. Sam H just tanking it out. Lycan just prancing around here and there. There's a top lane harassment. Power cogs for the defense, trapping all the creeps and practically just wanting that kill for creeps themselves. And hello to Jacob Makatangay Dolor and from Aurotech and also from Kim Brian Guntan. Yes, I'm shouting out your name. Kim Brian Guntan, hello. So anyway, there, if you haven't heard it again, Kim Brian Guntan. So yeah, hello. I hope I said your name well and properly. So right now, Zephyr has been hit and harassed quite a lot there with damage, but then there's not much happening. No one is engaging in a kill, and we're expecting to see one anytime soon. Zephyr is half his life right now, and we are expecting a setup, but then there's not much happening. Maybe a kill or a flank. We don't know. We're just hoping for an action here. Denied. Okay, so Naga Siren just waiting for a perfect time for that ensnare, and still not much is happening. I'm a sad caster right now. No one's dying. Okay, now I'm... okay, so here... So, yeah, Robert Lee Alcantara. Shout out to you too. And shout out to Raven. Galingan nyo daw. So yes, Pinoy pride in the house, yo. And we're just waiting for someone to fall down, make a tragic mistake of giving the first blood. Anyway, for the bet lords, just for fun, I'll be giving my assessment. My bet for the first blood would be Naga Siren. I don't know, I just wanted to pick that. Naga Siren, courtesy of Tim's. So who would you think will be delivering the first kill? Comment in the comment section. Engage with us, guys. We have other supporters from Ncgc, other production team just wanting to engage with you guys right now. So while you are watching this, you could chat up with them and have a full experience here, holistic experience, chatting and watching as if you were in a pub. Make it a fun place to be in. So yeah, that's Ncgc Esports. So practically, I won't be able to reply through chat, but I'll be able to do that. And now there's a Shackle, the Underlord, and he's been caught up, and there's an ensnare. Shadow Shaman barely being able of a problem there. Naga Siren just providing cover for Underlord. Yep, still no deaths, and it's already on the 3rd minute mark. There's a flank by Clockwork, but then outflanked by Lifestealer, blocked by the Power Cogs, and he escapes outright. So Zephyr has been able to escape that one. So here we have Lycan, almost dead. Tim's with a Riptide, still just damaging, softening up the meat, and ready for the cooking. Up in the middle lane, yeah, Armel there is quite damaged now, but then there's flanking happening here in the bottom lane, and there's the signal there. A signal for attack, but then Cuckoo was too late for that setup, and the enemy the Tigers are able to get out of there. Sam H there, Underlord, just calling out the Firestorm and is able to deal some damage, but not without killing someone else. Clockwork out of mana and in dire straits, as well as Lycan. Everything is out of mana, and there's the flank here. And there's the ensnare and the Firestorm. Shadow Shaman is going down, but then he's able to get out and barely alive. It's almost a kill there. He will be teleporting. And the first blood by Naga Siren. I was right, and I get to become a bet lord. For all of you guys who were able to trust me on that prediction, give yourself a pat on the back. We're not giving away items right now. So yeah, just deal with it. And just pat yourself on the back for being a good sport and just trusting your analyst. Anyway, so there goes Tim's with the first blood. Naga Siren killing one off. Anyway. Okay, for the net worth. Bloodseeker, yeah, we're expecting Bloodseeker to outclass in the early game Death Prophet. Death Prophet was handled well, better in my opinion, during the first three games that I've casted before this. And I think it's 4-5-8 right now, but it was handled by someone else a while ago, if I'm not mistaken. And there's the flank there. Lycan is going back, but then there's a chase there. Okay, Static Link has been connected to Lifestealer, but then Lifestealer is just too quick on his feet. And yeah, as well as his hands. And he gets away with that without a kill.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
So again, just for fun, let's have another prediction. What time will the Roshan be first killed? What minute? Give a range, about 2 minutes. Comment section. I would be saying it's about 12 to 14 minutes. And there's Jakiro being harassed by a couple of them. And yeah, Jakiro just lives on to tell another tale. So there's a push there. And Lycan just... Tims and Sam H going for the flank on Lycan. Lycan, we're waiting for an end there. There's still none, and they're just going to back out. And yeah, no dice. So again, comment in the comment section. What time will Roshan be first killed? Just give a 2-minute range. Comment in the comment section. And let's see how much of a bet lord you are. As for me, I'm gonna say 12 to 14 minutes and see. Let's see how it goes. So there's Naga Siren, there's the gank, and there's the Firestorm. And for the kill, it is going for Predator's Cuckoo with that kill. 2-0 in the 7-minute mark. There's the kill, and Clockwork just waiting there and backing out of the clash. So Predator's Cuckoo just redeeming himself from a blunder from the first game. Practically Cuckoo... Okay. Okay, our floor director has something else in mind. Also, comment in the comment section who would be the hero or who would be the character or player who will be getting first 10 kills. Okay, who would be the player who would be getting first to 10 kills? Also comment in the comment section. And for the Betlord caster, Sensei, the Sensei says it will be Lifestealer. Would you believe your caster, or is the caster just blabbering about? Comment in the comment section. Again, what time will Roshan be first dead? And also, who will be the first one to reach 10 kills? So there's that and that. So there you go. There's a smoke coming in from our Tigers there. They're flanking. Yeah, they're about to flank Raven there, and we'll see if it becomes successful. And there's the flank. Raven has been cast with the Blood Right, and he has silenced. No, rather, Razor has silenced. But then there's 4-5-8 for the Exorcism. There goes Razor, and down goes Cuckoo. There's the Shackle for Bloodseeker, and for the chase goes 4-5-8. There's the Blood Right, hoping to silence someone else, but they're silenced, but the Exorcism is out, and he goes down courtesy of Clockwork. So it's a 2-on-2 revenge and redemption, and 4-5-8 just goes back and to kill on Tims. As well, Sam H will be able to get out of it in time. Yes, sirree. And Lycan will be able to kill Tims there. With a push from TNC Tigers up the tower on the first tier on the top lane. Yeah, I guess that is so. So kills, deaths for our mini game here. Prediction, it's still all 1 kills for the top spot, so it's still too early. We'll go back to the net worth. It's a quick push by Tigers up the top lane, and it seems like Tims is having a hard time there. And there's your Razor going with the Plasma Field, just damaging. There's Bloodseeker Armel, hoping to have a gank, but no one's defending, guarding the bottom lane. And we'll just have to be contented with a push, but no. There it is, the push of the century, or not. It is. It was blocked with a glyph, so yeah, they will just have to wait it out and just Yeah, waiting for Armel. You go, sir. Oh, thank you, my good man.
Bottom tower has fallen.
And Predator with a push down the bottom lane. 3-man push. No one's guarding. Everyone's still in the middle and top lane. And we'll see more action later on. Maybe as soon as the Predator nears the second tier tower, the bottom lane. Perhaps there would be defenders right now. But for now, it is Clockwork caught by an ensnare and killed by Armel. A good combo from the ensnare plus the blood and the hit by Bloodseeker. That didn't stand a chance. Zephyr just didn't stand a chance. So back to their old positions now and safety areas. Tigers leading the pack. No, rather it just went tied there, 3-on-3, but with a little bit more advantage there. Oh, we just missed out, practically missed out a kill there on Jakiro. Cuckoo just went down for the count, courtesy of 458. There's the signal there for the Tigers, and they are just now waiting there for a bait. Okay, Predator signaling to have a push up the top, and Bloodseeker will be reinforcing, backing up, hoping that there will be a clash, but then the Tigers are busy in the middle, by the river, just pushing. And now there's a one-on-one face-off at the bottom. It's Sam H versus Zephyr. So the Tigers are going to push, creating that push down the middle, and it will be Underlord with a Firestorm, just waiting for that pit, but then yeah, it's still waiting for a clash there. And Zephyr will be getting the double damage, and let's see if what happens would be an awesome gameplay or a good clash or a nonsensical death coming from them. Raven there just bursting out into the open. I'm here, but then yeah, he'll just be teleporting out without any stun or interrupt from the Tigers there. Plasma field does not hit, does not connect. So again, it's already a 12-minute mark. We might see some action here. I just hope Roshan's gonna die before that time. Lycan has been caught. He's been bleeding out to death, and he's going down courtesy of, yeah, Armel again. So right now, it's 2 kills for Armel. So again, comment below who would be the one reaching first 10 kills, as well as what time will Roshan be dying. Yeah, it looks like it's game over for me on that prediction. Anyway, it's almost 14 minutes and still no one's trying to track down Roshan, so woe is me. Sad life. Anyway, so Tigers are still pushing down the middle, and not much is happening down the bottom. The tier tower has been caught up. Now Clockwork has clogged up Jakiro. Jakiro is practically escaping, but then yeah, he goes down. Practically power cogs, and the assault doing as much damage as it can on the trapped Jakiro. Jakiro had nothing to do to get out of that, and he just slowly died. TNC Tigers just showing so much potential again right now. A while ago, the first game, I was saying that they showed much potential. Right now, I'm saying it again. They are showing so much potential. Yeah, they're not K-12. That's an inside joke. Anyway, there's the smoke coming in from the Tigers, and they are converging up the river here. And let's see whoever gets caught in the rift there. Still no one. Sam H is minding his own business. 458 is hunting down probable targets there. Clockwork as well as Shadow Shaman just flanking Cuckoo. Cuckoo might be in for the death. Cuckoo is hiding behind the trees. Will he be able to survive? He has to teleport out right now. Otherwise, there he goes. He has been discovered. The dragon is out into the open. There goes the silence. Cuckoo's Predator just going into the trees. But then the battery assault by Zephyr just makes it too much for him to handle. Again, it's the second time around. Mass Serpent Ward as well as Razor there pushing down the tower there. Exorcism is not yet pulled out. It doesn't need to be pulled out right now yet. And they'll be getting the second tower here at the top lane. But then not without a counter push by the Predators on the bottom lane. So it's just an equal push there. 2-on-2 on top and on practically on the safe lanes of each one's opponent. So Bloodseeker will be proceeding with that push. We are on the 15-minute mark. And right now, as for net worth, we have Bloodseeker and Razor in the top 2 spots, just shy of 300 gold from each other. 1 kill is all it takes for them to take the lead. So there goes Roshan just being neglected. So again, still up. The contest is still up. Yeah, the Betlord moments are still up. One is comment, when will Roshan be first killed? And second, who would be the hero that would be having a 10 kill record first? As for me, I said it would be Lifestealer, as well as the 12 to 14 minute mark did not work out for me. And there you go, Nagasar is almost dead, but then Clockwork is reversed with his fate, and he goes down with a snare, as well as a last hit by Armel. So Zephyr is down for the count, and Bloodseeker just wants blood this time, just hunting out and dealing the death blow. So there you have it. On the lead, 4 kills is Bloodseeker, Armel. Okay, there's a convergence of Tigers at the bottom lane, and the Forest, they will have to be content with securing the spots there, just seeking out Lifestealer if he is going to be ganked. Lifestealer is in danger right now, and he's about to teleport. He saw the oncoming Death Prophet, and he just backs out. On the other side of things, here in the middle, it is the Tiger, Tiger in the form of In Your Dreams versus Sam H, the Underlord. Underlord just signaling his comrades over here, but then the other teammates are in smoke, and they are just going about to go on a detour here on the bottom side and flanking the unsuspecting heroes here. Zephyr might be the first to go down. He is discovered, but then there's the snare, and there's the power cogs, but then there is Jakiro. Lifestealer is put back. There's the Bloodrite, and he is silenced right now. Clockwork is being chased by Lifestealer, but then they would have to be contented with a tower kill for now, as the Tigers are quick to their feet and just backs down, not to risk anything much. And there's Death Prophet with the Exorcism, pushing everyone away the plasma field to its effect, and it's a chase up the middle aisle with Lycan flanking. Let's see who goes and gets caught up first, but then Lycan is discovered. Underlord is just waiting for the right time. Exorcism is taking its toll on the tower, and the use is cast upon Sam H, and he will have to cast Fit of Malice. And there's a plasma field. Everyone's backing down, and there's no dice and no kill for now. So again, this is the second game of the best of 3 series between TNC Predator and TNC Tigers. We're seeing a first win by the Tigers a while ago at the 41-minute mark, and they have just won over the Predators here. Malaysia versus Philippines, wherein Malaysia stood out better in the first game. So now there's a silence by Death Prophet, but they will be ignored by the oncoming Predator, and they will be going for that Lifestealer with a BKB. Not much happening right there, and they will have to contend with themselves with a kill of the tower, but not without Zephyr here just going back to his own place. So there you have it, just being careful, ever so cautious. This might well drag on to the middle or late game without much denials and or shutdowns coming from either of the teams. And it's already going into the mid game on the 20-minute mark, and there is a very low kill count, 5 to 6, a little bit in favor of the Tigers, and the net worth here is just barely above 2,000 in favor of Predators. So it's a reversal of fortune here. Predators with less kills but higher net worth. And still no one's attending to Roshan. When will you guys be killing Roshan? I don't know. But then things about to get ugly here. There's the Siren. There's the Cogs, and it's up. The gloves are off. Blood Right is happening, and there goes it. Pit of Malice, but then Shadow Shaman goes down first. Raven for the kill. And there is Underlord for the damage to the Firestorm. And there goes Sam H. Finally finished off by In Your Dreams. And everyone backs down now. It's a one-on-one exchange in favor of TNC Predator. The net worth just went down a little bit over 1k. And everyone's going to their own side of the river for regroup and refresh. So what's happening right now is what we're seeing is a much more cautious Predator team, not wanting to just be too cocky and just failing in the process, like what we have seen a while ago in the first game. If you were viewing it, the first game was when Cuckoo was not really into team fights. He was just busy pushing, and as well as unexpected and uncalculated and risky dive-ins by Armel, which cost them a lot of deaths there, practically just sealing their fate. Everyone's quick to use their ultimates and just had to be contented with a defense there. And Tiger just pushing here, there, and everywhere, slowly inching their way up the tier 3 towers until the Predator was not able to hold them back off. So right now we're seeing a rather different Predator team, just being so cautious, not overextending beyond their riverside, and just staying with everyone else. So here we go. 3 of them just converging. There they are by Roshan. So I think this is gonna be on the 22 to 24 minute mark. So for those of you guys at home who just predicted Roshan will be down between 22 to 24 minutes, congratulations, you earned yourself a Betlord badge. So Aegis of the Immortal will be taken by In Your Dream. Tanky hero at that, good choice. And Lifestealer is just prancing around, waiting here. But then Exorcism is just pushing them off. No one wants to deal with the Death Prophet with all her minimies coming out of her. And now they're all back. So again, it's clear right now. Those of you who want to have a shout out or comment and suggestions, you may leave your comments and suggestions in the comments, rather in the comment sections, of course. I've been saying too much of that. In our Twitch and FB pages. As for Twitch, it is twitch.tv/NCGC Esports, and for FB, it is fb.com/NCGC Esports. So there's the Firestorm by Underlord, and we're waiting for a connection, but then yeah, Exorcism is still on cooldown, and we're not going to see much of an action right now. They're just waiting for the cooldown to happen before they push on back again. So again, another thing worth note-taking here with the TNC. Oh wait, before I continue with that, here is the Dust, and they're about to hunt. Predator is on the hunt, just like a Predator, and who would be the unlucky one? There's the Pit of Malice. Razor has been caught, but then no one's trying to attack him, most probably because of the other heroes here. But then Clockwork has been caught there. 1, 2, 3, 4 versus 1, and he goes down like a wrecked clock. So there goes Clockwork. His ticking just stopped right now. There's Clockwork with a buyback, but then there's Silence, and then there's a Plasma Field chasing down Naga Siren. Naga Siren being able to go out. Clockwork trapping himself. Pit of Malice on Shadow Shaman, and Underlord goes in for the kill. As for Armel, he goes on a Mega Streak and also kills 1437, and Lifestealer barely making it out alive, but then he lives to say another tale as the Tiger is now in the middle of them all. bleeding. Lycan in the house. And there's the blood right, and there's a kill, a double kill by Razor, rather by, I'm getting so much excited. And there's the Aegis being popped up, and now Bloodseeker has been much of a force to reckon with. Razor, Death Prophet just standing by each other, and Predator just backs out from that. Beautiful, beautiful play by Predator, redeeming themselves in the early mid game with that gank. And a good clash there. There's the Pit of Malice for Sam H. He's been caught by two unsuspecting ones. Okay, he's about to go down, but then here's Bloodseeker chasing down the enemy. There's Shadow Shaman. Perfect target for Bloodseeker. There's Naga Siren and Snare incoming in 3, 2, 1, and there it goes. Hack and slash, but then there's a giant chicken here. PUBG moment. And that was brought to you by Armel on a monster kill streak. Armel as Bloodseeker having 8. Okay, so all you bettlers out there, it's 8 kills for Armel. And it's too late to change your votes right now. Don't be a cheapskate. Just stand with your predictions. I got it wrong as well. Had I known Armel to be this good, with Bloodseeker, I would have to vote him. And now Predator redeeming themselves in the mid game. And we'll see if they're able to sustain this momentum and Bloodseeker's potential to change things and give the Filipinos a sense of redeemed pride if they're able to get it now. Okay, so Naga Siren just ensnaring a creep out of fun. And we are now seeing a 12 to 10 difference between TNC Predator as well as TNC Tigers in favor of Predator. So shout out to all Pinoys there who are rooting for your teammates here, TNC Predator. And proceed on sharing this page, this channel. Give our friends here, our countrymen, the support they need. Like, share, and smash that follow button as we go live here in the finals in this Southeast Asian matchup between TNC Tigers and TNC Predator. So TNC Predator is still fresh from their awesome display of ganking prowess, just rewarding themselves with a push down the top lane on the first tier tower, now onto the second one. Not without 458 intel ready for the exorcism to be popped out, to be flanked by In Your Dreams. There's the plasma field, there's the exorcism, and everyone's being chased out. There's two fronts right now. There's the shackle and the mass serpent ward, and down goes Cuckoo there. And now the chase is up, and whoever was there, good call by Sam H there, being able to get out of there, but not without Jakiro falling down. A moment of silence for a fallen hero. Jakiro. That rhymed. Okay. Anyway. So there we have it. A good push, but then it was not totally finished there. The second tier tower is still alive for the top lane of the Tigers. And just like that, they were able to push a bit. And mid-game is looking good for the Pinoy team here. So we're seeing much more downtime right now. Okay, so let's see if there are other shoutouts happening. Are there other shoutouts? Okay, to Melvs Campo, pa-shoutout po. Hi Melvs. And Nicole John R. Bagatnan. Okay, shoutout to Blood Virus N24. Whoa. Blood and Virus? What? What are you, a nurse? Anyway, so here's a clash, probable clash in the middle, but then it's just a convergence of the Tigers. Tigers unite, but then there's nothing to be attacked anyway. And there's a smoke by the Predator, ready for the hunt. And the hunt is on right now with Naga Siren leading the pack, going down the river, getting that invisibility, and unsuspecting Death Prophet. And there it goes, the first hit has been cast. Blood right, BKB there, Cogworks. And then there's the flame. And then who's gonna go down first? It will be Zephyr, but not without Cuckoo falling down in the process. Razor being a pit of malice, as well as the Firestorm. All those stones raining down upon him. He didn't stand a chance. He goes down. There's a chase off. Death Prophet is going to teleport out. There's a Blood Right, and there's a death on Shadow Shaman. TNC Predator is just wanting this win so bad right now. They are aggressing so much, but also to good effect. And there's Life Stealer, and he is doing such damage. Good call, and the defenders will have to defend the top lane instead. As for the Predator team, they are now attacking the tier 3 tower, the bottom lane, BKB by Raven. But then, yeah, there is that glyph, buying enough time for them to regroup. There's a silence by Death Prophet. There's Swarm, okay, and there's the tier 3 tower going down. Things are about to get ugly or beautiful, depending on who you're defending. Okay, there's the Exorcism, and there is Clockwork just being hit down, but then they have been teleported out by Samich. Good call by Samich there. Just had to use the Dark Rift and being able to escape there in time for that escape. And now they have effectively damaged the tier 3 tower. First time I am able to see that in this series. TNC Predator just being able to redeem themselves, counter, and I think their recipe for winning this time around is just to come up head on and just aggro the TNC Tigers early and mid game. As soon as TNC Tigers are about to call the shots there, they would be able to call it back, and they would have to counter that as well, not being passive enough just to let them hunt them. They are the Predators anyway, so they should be hunting themselves. As for the TNC Tigers, they're keeping up a resilient defense here. Good defense. They're quick to their feet and reinforcements, and they are now waiting for the perfect time for a clash here. Most opportune time for a steal of the Aegis. Who wants the yes of Roshan? We'll never know. But then there's the Plasma, and there's the Ensnare. Then there is the Song of the Naga Siren. But then Sam H goes down for the count. BKB for the Life Stealer, being able to get out of it. Kuko goes down, and it's going to be quite a bad thing for TNC Predator. Also, Naga Siren, why did he go back? It was not supposed to happen that way. And he just had to go back. I don't know why. And it cost them their lives. And right now, it's a 2-man down with a buyback from Naga Siren. And let's see if there would be a comeback or a counter from that one. They'll be removing that Mass Serpent Ward. Serpent Ward was the one was just the clincher for that one. So again, it's a 15 all-kill ratio for Predator and TNC Tigers. We're seeing a much more engaging and action-packed second game here in the best of 3. TNC Predators are not without to just give up yet, and they are putting up their own fair share of damage. There's the smoke, but then it got too obvious, and Death Prophet will be taking the Aegis, going for it, but then there's a use Pit of Malice, and there's the Shackles by Shadow Shaman still in the cooldown, and then Aegis of the Immortal has been taken by Razor. Razor now is with the Aegis, and Death Prophet is about to go down, but then he manages to do that. Lycan is on the run from Life Stealer, but he is about to go down first. Raven taking the death toll on that one, but not without Naga Siren falling down as well. So it's a 1-to-1 exchange for TNC Predators, and there's Clockwork providing defense there. Life Stealer there just being killed, but then was able to get back out, and there's Death Prophet teleporting out, and she does it well.
Radiant's middle tower.
Net worth wise, it is in the lead. Okay, in the lead is Bloodseeker and Life Stealer. Nevertheless, Death Prophet here has been quite ineffective. I was supposed to expect that Death Prophet to be the game 1437 as well as 458. They would be the ones to push back Predator, but then apparently Bloodseeker is in the house and he has been able to thwart their evil plans. Anyway, Shout out now to Christopher Sales, Nico Nueca, Ted Reggie Studley, Yanyan Alvero, Kyle Sayaman Esguerra, and Joel Ray Engbino. Hello to you guys. Like, share, and follow. Well, of course, you have to share this so that a lot of your friends will be able to watch this with you for a much more enjoyable experience here as we cast live here in Ncgc Esports. And we are now in our second game of a matchup between Predator versus Tigers. Malaysia versus Philippines. Right now, it's a 16-16 kill ratio with TNC Predator in the lead for net worth by about 3,000 gold. But then one small clash, one ugly clash for either of the team would spell a bit of a challenge there. So everyone's signaling to attack Nagasiren, but then Nagasiren is quick to escape there. There's the congregation of TNC Predator. Will we be seeing a smoke soon? We don't know. But there's a companion there just scouting them, whatever they're going right now. And they'll be pushing down the bottom lane. And we'll see if it goes well for them. So everyone's on the bottom lane. There's the flare. Cuckoo has been caught, but then Bloodrite has been cast on Clockwork, and everyone's caught there. Also, the Pit of Malice goes Clockwork is going down. There's the Firestorm, but then the Exorcism is out, and everyone's minding his own business. There's a Giant Chicken, Bloodseeker, Giant Chicken, but then to be killed by Raven. Raven just racking in them kills. There's the Static Link, and then everyone's minding their own path of escape, but then Tiger's K just gets Cuckoo's Jakiro for the kill. So it's a 2-1 exchange, but also still in favor of the TNC Predators as of this moment. Practically what's happening right now is TNC Predator is stepping up the game a notch, showing what they're made of, and they're just calling whatever TNC Tigers is being throwing at them. Rather than just be passive about it and just defending, they are heeding to the call of aggression as TNC Tigers are on their feet to just attack. TNC Predator would answer that call with a counter attack, and right now it is in their favor. So here Razor, yeah, Aegis is still up and about with him, and they're not yet about to lose that one. As for Roshan, yeah, it's still a few minutes for a refresh. And TNC Predator now is converging in the middle. Armel is just providing much needed Bloodrite support. It just stops everyone there in the other team, especially casters here like Death Prophet as well as Shadow Shaman being caught with a Bloodrite, and they are about to get whooped by a TNC Predator in smoke. And will they come up victorious or not? Who will be the first target? It won't be anyone soon. The Bloodrite and the Razor in bleeding right now. And there's a Firestorm, and he goes and pops his Aegis. No effective death yet, and they'll just be defending the tier 2 tower on the bottom lane. And we'll see who gets what. And there is the initial attack. There's Lycan caught up in the ice and then barely gets out of the silence of the Bloodrite. There's a Plasma Field just pushing everyone back off. No one wants to engage from the Tigers as they're better off not really engaging right now. But Lycan has been caught by Raven. Raven has been caught by the Shackles, but then Bloodrite is there and it catches two of them. Exorcism is out. Cuckoo is about to go down, but then there it goes. Whoever dies first, there's a use for Death Prophet. Exorcism still up and about. There's Sam H just pulling everyone out in time except for Cuckoo. Unfortunately, just dying in the process. Strategic defensive play by Sam H, and it has helped the team a lot during clashes. They're having difficulty yet. During some awkward clashes, Sam H is there to deliver, and he is there for a defensive position. So props to Sam H for that. If I am not mistaken, what I see is that Sam H or the team, or rather the Predator team is forcing the enemy to cast their own ultimates, like the exorcism. Yes, they're forcing them to use their ultimates so that they could have a turnaround. Just Sam H just bringing them back to their base and just regrouping and just pushing just before, while the other cooldowns are happening for the enemy team. I think it's working to their favor. As long as Sam H is able to pull out the team from that clash, they have a better chance of a counter attack as soon as they get up and regroup themselves and push down while the cooldowns are happening, especially by Death Prophet as well as Shadow Shaman. And now the TNC Tigers are up in the top lane, just flanking in the tree lines, and we have here the Predators converging. Who would be the unfortunate one? No one's facing them off. Here's Lifestealer pretending to be a creep, so obvious. But then there's Sam H. There's a bit of malice, and Shadow Shaman has been caught, and he goes running, he goes silent. But then there's the there's the Shiva's guard, and no one's caught there. No one dies. There's a quick. A while ago, I was telling you about the quickness of TNC Tiger in supporting their teammates in danger. That's one thing that is very strong with TNC Tigers this season, or this series. As for the TNC Predator, they're quick to adapt, and they are adapting well. And practically right now, Exorcism is already up and about. As for the Shadow Shaman, all cooldowns have been counted out, and this might be another clash. Who would be emerging victorious? Will it be Tigers or Predators? We'll have to see now. As long as Sam H is able to pull out, and yeah, it will be to the effect of TNC Predator. It will be on their benefit. But if Sam H goes down during the initial clash or the first clash, then it will be detrimental for them. It will spell bad for them because they won't have any counter for that. Now the smoke has been set by the Predator. The hunt is on by the Predators. Who would they be catching? There is stand-in. There's the rupture, and there is... Okay, he is about to teleport, but then he goes down. Also, Bloodseeker catching Zephyr. Still 9 kills. Whoever is rooting for Razor or Bloodseeker. Now here's your chance for the Bet Lord quiz of the game. Who would be the first hero to kill and reach 10 kills? It's now between Bloodseeker and Razor. Lifestealer is still down by 6. And we'll just have to be contented right now with the TNC Predator grab of the Aegis. And the Refresher Shard as well as the cheese. Who got the cheese? Who got the cheese? I want to know who got the cheese. There you go. Underlord has the cheese. So TNC right now is up the lead. It's a very small difference in net worth for them. Team net worth is just about 7,000. It's just one clash away. And TNC should be vigilant if they would want to have a game 3. Otherwise, they would just have to bow down and let TNC Tigers just take the second spot. But then, here goes Malaysian Pride or Pinoy Pride. It is a common TNC pride. Go TNC. That's what I would say. Now there's a smoke by the Tigers. There's the flare coming up the top lane. Checking up who is there. And they are up to no good for the Predators. Flanking up the riverside. Going about at this stage here. Cuckoo is ready for them. He is ready for them. And things in 3, 2, 1, and there is the connection. There's the cog. There's a bit of malice. There's the firestorm. Cuckoo just gets out of there. There's the blood right, and he silences Razor, and he's about to go down. Armel on the first kill, and then there's the exorcism going out. Death Prophet going out, but then, yeah, there goes Sam H. There is no escape for Sam H this time around. Naga Siren catching up to Shadow Shaman, but then Shadow Shaman has been casted upon, but then Death Prophet is there. Raven is wicked sick, as they say, but Naga Siren now is escaping, as well as... Okay, here's Underlord, turn of events, there is the buyback, Pit of Malice, and then there's a Firestorm, there's an Ensnare, and there is a Hack and Slash and Bamboom Whop. Whoop whoop! And there goes TNC with a 4-man down, and buyback from Sam H and the strategic teleport in the Shrine on the top lane for a 4-1 run in favor of TNC Predator. So shout out to all Pinoys out there rooting for their fellow Pinoys. It is on. The game is definitely on. It is a 14k, 16k advantage now for TNC Predator, and they're going to push down up the bottom lane, and we'll see if they are able to sustain that momentum. There's a Shiva's Guard, but then Exorcism is still out. Pit of Malice for Clockwork doesn't work, and there is a BKB for Lifestealer. Razor with a static link, and Sam H for the escape, and and there he goes. Success. So again, in the wise words of our fellow Pinoy caster, Lokod Matadog! But then, yeah, he does it better, yeah. Anyway, whatever, Predator is now in the lead with 18k gold advantage. Make that 19k gold advantage net worth. And congratulations for those of you who predicted that Bloodseeker will be the first one to have a 10 kill record. Let me catch my breath. Whew. Okay. So there we go. So TNC Predator just wanting this win for the second game, and they are making their mark in this specific match that we are not going down without a fight. We are not about to I was about to quote that Liam Neeson speech from the Independence Day, but I didn't memorize that. Anyway, going back in business, here we see TNC Predator going for a mid lane push. Armel just standing by. Raven for the tank here, just waiting for a bait here. Cuckoo will be on the side waiting for that. There's the flare, and there's a BKB for Lifestealer. They're going for the the barracks here, and they'll be backing down. There is Exorcism up and ready. There's the Eye of the Storm, and there's the Mass Serpent Ward. It will be quite difficult for them. They're just taunting them to use their ultimates so that it would be wasted. And there is Lifestealer. Clockwork has been caught, and he will be hailed down with Firestorm, as well as Lycan shapeshifting. And now there's Shiva's Guard from Death Prophet chasing down Lifestealer. They have to counter back. Sam H is in trouble, but saved by... Okay, and Clockwork with their stun again by the Pit of Malice and the Firestorm. And everything's going down. Injured Dream going down into Dreams. And there's K going down as well. Also with a Godlike by Armel. Armel being the VIP of this game. He has just single-handedly killed much of the defenders here. And there we have it, folks. Tigers just had their fangs cut off by the Predator. Predator just hunting down the Tigers in the second game of this best of 3. And we are forced into a third game between TNC Predators and TNC Tigers. What an exciting game. This is a battle of TNCs. Will it be the Filipino or Malaysian team that would be grabbing the second slot for the Southeast Asian Finals in the TI 2018? Whew. So here is what happened. Armel just happened. Again, you can quote me on that. What just happened? Armel happened. MVP of the game, Predators, Bloodseeker, he just happened. And the Tigers just didn't know what to do. Armel was out for Tiger Blood, and there were 5 Tigers, unfortunately, in the way of Armel, and he just whooped everyone, each one of them during clashes. And also a good secondary shout out, and I'm gonna commend Sam H for the timely rift there, just getting out of the clash. As soon as the Exorcism, as well as the Mass Serpent Ward and the Eye of the Storm have been cast during the first clash, they have to protect Sam H. and Sam H has to use that rift so that they could get out, regroup, recharge in their fountain, and just barrage back down on the same lane while the ultimates of the defenders or the Tigers are still in cooldown, much to the advantage of the Predators. Pretty much very good kudos planning to TNC Predators. They have outbested the flavor or the recipe of TNC Tigers. Finally, someone just had to put a stop on the successful recipe that is being used by the Tigers. So there you have it. That's Game 2 synthesis for you. Anyway, now it's time for the shoutouts. There is no shoutout. Okay, I'll make my own shoutout. Shout out to all those who are watching me right now. Sensei here in Ncgc live streaming of this 2018 Southeast Asian Finals. And we are up and about watching Game 2 of TNC Predator versus TNC Tigers. And we just witnessed a win by the TNC Predators. And we're now going to Game 3. Now, for those of you, before we take a break, for those of you who want to make a shout out, just comment, have your suggestions and comments here in our casting here at Ncgc Esports. You may hop on over to our Twitch channel. It is twitch.tv/Ncgc Esports, or you may go over to our Facebook page at fb.com/Ncgc Esports. Anyway, we'll be back in a few moments as we prepare for the deciding match on who gets to have the second slot for the Southeast Asian region. Is it Predators or Tigers? We'll be back shortly. Thank you and see you in a few minutes.